Hi, I'm Jim Wong and a developer with Intel's AppUp team. I'm going to do a tutorial of how to make a web app with the Intel AppUp Creator Beta, a web-based authoring tool we're making available for the beginner and novice developers. Before we start creating our web app, let's take a look at the creator for web app. On top we have the title bar. This area includes the tabs for stages for creating the web app. There are 3 stages. The first stage is to create. This is where we will be designing our web application. The next stage is test. In the publish stage, we will be creating an application where we can submit app to the Intel AppUp store for submission. The device panel includes tools for configuring the way the device simulator area appears. You can zoom in and zoom out, set the device simulator into a preview mode. You can change between netbook and tablet. If you have the tablet device simulator enabled, you can change the orientation of the tablet. If you prefer not to have device simulator showing, you can also disable the device simulator and only show the workspace. The content panel includes tools to allow you to manage your web app project. Here you will be able to start a new web app project, open or save a web app project. You can also change the properties of a widget. You can delete a widget from a current application, and you can also refresh the widget's content. The web widget panel includes the web widgets, which will allow you to build a customized application. We will use the web widgets in a moment to show you how you can build your own web application. The personalization panel includes controls that will allow you to add additional controls to your web application. These controls include link, where you can link to another website, label, where you can add additional text to your web app, photo, where you can add your own photo to your web app, as well as a date and time so you can timestamp your application. Now that we know our way around the Intel AppUp Creator, let's go ahead and start creating a web application. I'm going to do this. I'm going to start by dragging over a welcome page so I know what my application is about. I'm going to title this tab Reef News. Now I'm going to replace the picture of the Intel AppUp Creator with a picture of my fish tank so I know that this application belongs to me. So now I have a picture of my fish tank on here. I'm going to change the title here, and this way I don't have to drag over another label controller. And I'm going to call this application Reef Keeping News. The next thing I'm going to do is drag over a Facebook widget. And one of the magazines I do follow on Facebook is Advanced Aquarist. So we're going to type that into the fan page search page. And as you can see, now I have the fan page for the Advanced Aquarist. Next I'm going to drag over a Twitter feed, as I also follow Reef Builders. And I like to find out what all the posts from Reef Builders are, so I'm going to do a search for Reef Builders post. So anything that has Reef Builders would come up. And the last thing I'd like to do is drag over a YouTube widget. And I can double click on the widget so I don't have to drag and drop every time. And just for starts, we'll start with Reef Aquarium. So that's great. So now we have our application. So you can see it was very easy. I didn't have to do any coding. Depending on the resolution of your screen, you may be able to zoom in more so that you can see the entire tablet in a larger size. So remember we talked about the device control. So we can change to a tablet shape and see what it looks like. I like the look of it. Now one thing you'll notice is that the link is not available. That's because we're in design mode. So let's go ahead and switch over to preview mode. In preview mode, we can click on other tabs like we do in design mode. The only difference is that these links are active, and when you click on a link it will open up a new window. So this is great. So same controls here. We have the device control in the preview mode, so you can switch the tablet and the orientation of the tablet. You can also set it back to the netbook. So for now we're going to click on the return to design mode, and we're going to save our project. So we'll call this Reef News. And just to show that it actually works, we're going to reset our project and open up our old project again, the Reef News. So as you can see, I have other projects on here as well that I've been working on. Now that I have my application designed, I can do a quick test by going to the Test tab and clicking the Create Test Package button. Create the test package generally takes about 2 to 3 minutes to complete. The Intel AppUp Creator uses the Intel AppUp Encapsulator service to create a native application so you can test on your Windows or MeeGo device. The build is now done. We can either choose MeeGo or Windows Installer. Now that we are satisfied with our application, the next step is to publish our web app for the Intel AppUp Center. As you can see, creating publish app is similar to creating a test application. You will want to read over the license agreement to make sure you agree to the terms. I'll go ahead and accept the license agreement. Before we can create a release package for the AppUp Center, we will need to fill out is publishing the application with Intel AppUp Developer Program. Then enter the organization that you are associated with. If you're not sure and need to log into your account, then click the Create an Account button, and that will take you to the page. If you know your organization, then enter it here. The name you enter for the Windows application name and the app ID must be the same as the one that was created in your dashboard. Once you enter the application name and ID for either the Windows or MeeGo or both, click Continue to the next screen. In the last screen, you'll be entering the executable name that you want for your application, and also a tooltip that will show up when the cursor hovers over the icon. You can also enter application version, such as 1.0.0.0, to identify your first release. If you have an icon, here's the time that you can also enter the icon. Once your application has been created, there will be an authorization call built into the application. Therefore, you will not be able to test this application from your desktop. The only way you can test this application is to submit your application to the Intel AppUp Center beta store. Through the beta store, you will be able to download your application and test your application as if it was on a live site. And there you have it. In 3 easy steps, we were able to create an application without having to code using the Intel AppUp Creator. Thank you for using the Intel AppUp Creator.